What's up YouTube? Intricate Explorer here today. I'm an adventure photographer, and for today's exploration, I wanted to do some street photography because I've been doing so much outdoor landscape stuff. I haven't been getting enough like inner city, dark road, tunnel vibes. So to start off, I'm right on top of the Colorado Convention Center, which is basically the biggest convention center in Denver. There's Denver over there. And guess what, guys? I got a Mavic Mini. So I crashed my Mavic Air and I wanted to get this one because it's super small and it's an animal so far. I'm gonna launch it up in the city right now before we start this vlog, so you can see what some shots of it look like in a city setting on a nice, cloudy, foggy, about to snow day in Denver, Colorado. All right, guys, before the sun sets, I'm gonna drive around and see what I could find. So let's do it. Check this out. Boom. Look at that. In order to get the breadth of this entire thing, I'm gonna need a wide angle lens. So what I'm gonna be using is this monstrous 10 to 18 millimeter Laowa lens. Look at that, you can see deep inside of its eyes. But this thing goes so fucking wide. It's the widest a lens could possibly go on a full frame camera without it getting into fisheye territory, which is where it just heavily distorts the edges, and I don't really want that. We're gonna apply this on, I'm gonna swap it out, let's see what it looks like. This is at 10 millimeters. So look over this edge now. Now you can see the whole thing in complete frame. So I gotta figure out an angle that I wanna get this shot at. I'm just gonna like walk around the edges and see what works best. All right, guys, so one shot I'm really liking is right here. So got this lined up right in the middle. I'm probably gonna crop it to be square like that, make the bottom a lot of darkness, and then the sky more light. And then what I'm gonna do is, since I'm wearing red, is I'm gonna go sit on one of these ledges out there and stand out. So check this shot out. Walking around, this thing's sketchy as fuck. Because as you can see, there's these cars that basically go around the edges and they fly around this thing because they know you're not supposed to walk on it. There's all these signs saying stop, don't walk on it. So they just come flying around and there's like no room at all to walk. Fun shot. All right, guys, just parked the Prius right there. And yeah, so I was up on top of that garage before. Now I'm gonna find something on the outskirts to get a photo of. I'm gonna try and use some like light and dark concepts. So really emphasizing the light in like one part of the photo and then darkness in another half of it. Because that's what I'm slowly realizing is a style I really enjoy, is those really emphasis on different parts of the gradients and the shadows and the highlights. Yeah, so if you haven't been to Denver before, there's this giant bear that's peeking inside the convention center here. I'm actually gonna go down here because look at that lighting and dark shadows in there. One shot that I'm really enjoying here is these manhole covers. As you can see, they're just blowing whatever that steam coming from the sewers or whatever's down there is. Probably just keep it really minimal, focus the emphasis on just the manholes, not really much else in the scene. Check this shot out. swear every day I'm in Denver, I hear at least 5 of them. They're just everywhere. All right, guys, I'm gonna go for some more abstract kind of shots right now. So not really like Instagram kind of shots where, you know, them got the red jacket and you're hanging out somewhere, but just more like artsy, abstract architecture shots. And one lens I like to use when taking these kind of shots is this 70 to 200 millimeter lens. And the great thing about using these lenses, they're called telephotos because they can zoom in. It really allows you to isolate a certain texture or a line pattern or symmetry, whatever, and you could zoom into buildings really close and have a full optical zoom. The difference between this and like a phone zoom is like on your phone, it's actually just losing pixels when you zoom in. But when you use a lens like this, it's actually zooming in. So you're not losing any data at all when you zoom in. So things I'm looking out for: textures, patterns, lines, anything. So think abstract when you're going for these kind of shots. Don't these things look like they're out of some spaceship or something? Like you just got abducted by an alien and you walk out and the first thing you see is those things holding you in a cell somewhere. Whoa, look up here, guys. So I'm going into some kind of huge theater-esque place. Whoa. So it's basically the theater in Denver where they do like major performances like opera, comedians, plays, all that kind of stuff. Holy shit, guys, they're making a SpongeBob musical. Look at that. What the? All right, so I want to take a second to talk about lighting and weird shadows and all that fun kind of stuff. So one thing I like to do when I start to look for this kind of shot is places where I can make the subject and the light go to one spot. So maybe, for example, this is like a tunnel or a pathway that's leading down. And what you want to do is you want to, when you're editing it later on, make one part of it a lot darker and a lot lighter where the subject is. So you can actually add like gradients and different lighting paths in Lightroom or Photoshop to help illuminate subjects more and basically take a scene that is otherwise lit okay, you know, it's not the best light, and make it exaggerated and give it that full complex of leading the eye super hard towards one subject. Use those shadows, they create a lot of mystery in the shot and make people think, and when people are thinking, they're feeling emotions, and when they feel emotions, they're doing good. If you want to practice these kind of shots, parking garages are great places to do it because they usually have very selective lighting that lights up one little spot. And there's also a lot of lines because there's lines on the ground, there's pillars, so they're really easy to leave subjects for you to take shots in. All right, guys, so as you can see, this is a great shot right here because as I was saying before, I can make this an entire shadowy area of unknown. Make the subject right there, so I could sit there, for example, and then that could be used as a storytelling device to show that I perhaps scootered up, put it right there, and then sat right there. Got it lined up in the camera right here, so now I just got to put it on a timer, go run in frame, and voila. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That's all I got for you today. Drop me a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.